everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Gaming Podcast. I am Balbazak, and Jin's still away, and I am taking over Gonzakistan. Deal with it. Joining us are other minions. You can introduce yourself on your own time.
I don't think Miss Markie's a minion yet.
Okay, half minion. I'll accept anything.
Whoa. Jin, that's crossing a line. That's crossing a line yet. I don't even know what you sound like, so I don't think you can say that. But, yay, I'm back. Whee!
So yeah, Marky, Eddie Phoenix, and there's a Netu running around here somewhere. We're going to get the exterminator. So, anyway, one Reddit user, as we are beginning, we're going to begin with Reddit because I am in charge. The Blizzard news is being moved to the idiot corner because I say so. So anyway, Reddit user has obviously decided that the best way to use the economy is to take the 70 hours he has been given and to make recreate Master Chief's likeness and stained glass. And I'm getting a text that obviously it sucks because it has something to do with Halo 4. Moving on, Eddie.
Hey, it looks pretty good. It looks like it would go up in a church. Honestly, I want someone, somewhere, don't care where, to build the first church of gaming. We can start hanging up these glass...
Stained glass?
Yes, we can start hanging up stained glass.
Glass stained titties.
Screw it, I'm not correct. Netu.
I'm sorry, but when I'm out grammaring you, there's a problem.
Yes, yeah, I know. But anyway, put up the stained glass thingies. And we'll just start going and praying to the freaking gods somewhere. Yeah, that is true. I give you that one, Jin. Would have to be the second church because the first one was nuked by Modern Warfare 2 fans. Asshole.
Well, they were Modern Warfare 2 fans. We're going to make a small little building, the size of an outhouse for all the Call of Duty fans. Outside, that's where they worship.
I was going to say, most of them could pile in there as much as much camping as they do. They could all find a way to fit in it, right? A few thousand people in one outhouse.
Well, yeah, they have their own tents. There you go.
Exactly. See? Got it all worked out already.
Oh. Anybody else have anything to say about, Master Chief, Reddit, or Halo 4?
Other than the fact that I wouldn't be surprised if, because of that one piece, there became a Church of Master Chief.
There already is. It normally happens every midnight when Halo drops.
Oh, no. I'm expecting an actual one to start, because there's also the Lego sculpture at friggin' Microsoft of Master Chief. That's, in one of their hallways.
Good grief.
So, Silicon Knights, Epic Games. Silicon Knights lost the lawsuit. I'm going to have to plagiarize this because it's a lot of information. Plus, Jen, I took away all your batteries from your remote. You can't kill us. So, this lawsuit was declaring that Epic tried to sabotage the games of those using the Unreal 3 engine when it first came out. Scroll back. Which they might have been... I can't even read this. I'm scrolling the wrong thing. Anyway, yeah. Silicon Knights lost. Essentially, it was found that they were making small changes to the Unreal 3 engine and passing it off as their own. So they have been told that they need to remove the source code from 3 games. They are codenamed The Box, The Sandman, The Siren, and The Maelstrom because Jin can't count. So basically, Epic also has to basically give any okay on future Silicon Knights projects that will use the Unreal 3 engine. So, bad news for Silicon Knights. Did I miss anything? Anything else?
You missed the part where the Siren and the Maelstrom is one game.
Oh, it's one game. Well, they're both...
Even though Jin put a comma between it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. This time in the maelstrom. Whoops, I'm not reading properly. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, some people, do weird stuff with the ands and the commas and everything.
Grammar, learn it. That's all I have to say.
Hey, grammar, I knows it. But there's like some grammar rules that aren't so actual. Yeah. Anyway, some grammar rules are not universal, and one of them is the whole and thing.
Yeah. And then
we move on to more gaming news.
And then?
But with that whole Epic thing, okay, I think it's a little ridiculous that they have to okay any more projects using their engine with this other company, but at the same time I can understand it because, what if they just take our engine, slap a new name on it, and change a few settings again? So...
I can agree with that, and I personally don't blame Epic for them going, hey, you have to okay with us because of that reason you just mentioned.
Yeah, because it's basically copyright infringement that they did.
Yep.
So understandable, does seem a little harsh if you don't understand the reasons behind it, but for any, basic human being with common sense, you can kind of be like, oh, okay, got it.
Kind infringement too, so...
So, is there anything else? What?
Go.
I know. I was just seeing if anybody else had anything else to say about it before I talked about Grand Theft Auto. So, the news is that Grand Theft Auto is going to have 3 main characters and deeper themes than other past games in the series. And it's going to deal with the credit crunch and the housing crisis. But nobody really cares because nobody's going to be paying attention to the story anyway. They're just going to be running strippers over and stealing their money.
I was going to say hookers and blow.
I'm going to attempt to create the biggest pile of expensive cars I can make.
Yeah, okay, and including what Jin says, hookers and blow and hot coffee.
Depending on which version of hot coffee he's going for. Is he going for the hot coffee or the hot coffee?
I don't want either.
Well, depending. If we're in Japan, they do have those coffee shops where you can get a blowjob and a cup of coffee for $10 a pop.
I'm moving to Japan.
But it's Japan.
Japan, here I come. I need to move anyway. Go to the house of the rising sun and the rising boner at that point.
This conversation is starting to go in the direction the audience will not appreciate.
Hey, we were talking about porn last week, so, I don't think we're crossing any lines yet.
Oh,
So-
no, now I'm going to poke fun at you guys for doing so.
Oh, boy.
To figure out better insults. Most of the reason I'm in class.
Jennifer, we're going to the motherland. I'm going to Russia, okay?
Motherland. But I'm lit tired. Okay, have enough. Okay, I'm
Uh.
done. I'm done quoting other YouTube videos. I need to stop.
So,
But my thing with
Yes.
GTA is it's very much like Call of Duty. Hello, dead horse. Let's just grind you up some more. To be honest, because GTA after a certain point, they never had a storyline in my opinion because all it was about was stealing cars, running over people, and avoiding the cops.
that's all you need.
It's a sandbox game that has all this just fun thrown into it. Oh,
Just
there's a story? Okay. Nah.
Oh,
Just
there's a
create-
story? Really? Whoa. Mind blown.
Just create one new game every console generation. There you go.
Pretty much had. It's taken them damn near an entire console generation for them to make a 5.
That's true.
And there is no official release date. Anyone that's talked about it, all it is spring 2013.
It could be easily pushed back.
Oh,
Easily.
yeah.
So,
So, speculation there, guys.
let's see. 3 brand new stories. They could go the Pokemon route and release like 3 different versions. Have to trade between yourselves. Crash cars. Oh. So, speaking of the housing crisis, because Jin misspelled stuff, there is a plan. Crytek is planning a fourth Crisis game, but they decided that they're not going to call it Crisis 4.
What's it going to
Whatever.
be? Okay, go ahead, Marky.
I was gonna say, this is kind of like how they announced that, oh, we are going to continue with the Mass Effect store, like the Mass Effect era and the planet and everything in that time, but it's gonna be a spin-off. So, okay, so you're not gonna call it Mass Effect. How are we gonna know that that's what it's actually gonna be? Because if you're gonna put it under a different name, but it's gonna be a similar game and still kind of a prequel or a different type, like, version of that game, just a different time or a different main character, what's it going to do? That's kind of like, you know, when they decided to do Gears of War Judgment. They said Gears of War was over, but they decided to do a prequel. They just made the title slightly different so they can continue with that. But what about, like, with Crysis or with Mass Effect, mainly with Crysis, since that's what we're talking about, if they're going to make a fourth one, and they're talking about this before the third one's even been officially released. That's kind of like the whole thing with Call of Duty, where they're like, oh, we're going to make a Modern Warfare 4. Surprise.
What? That's all I really gotta say is because it's just like, oh, hey, guys, we've already got 3, you know, pretty much coming out. Oh, hey, guess what? Here comes number 4. Wait, we haven't even gotten 3 yet. What the... Why?
Because ponies. That's why. That's my excuse.
Yes.
I'm just going to... No, it's one of those... You don't you don't do that.
You do if you're trying to hook an audience.
Yes, but if your third game isn't even released yet, you don't do that.
What if the third game ends up being crap?
That's when you try to do that.
Well, you unveil that there is going to be a fourth. For multiple reasons. A good way is, of course, to let them know that the series is going to continue, so it's a safe investment for people who want to invest in the series. Or you do it because you're a TARDIS and you want to make money.
Okay, thank you, Captain Logic.
Wait a minute. Netu's using logic?
I do that sometimes.
The world's doomed. So, Razer has some controversial mouse software. I can't say you knew because then that would be plagiarism. And it is said that it requires an always-on internet connection. What does that mean? That means you have to sign up on their website, sync the mouse to a cloud system, set the setting of mouse to whatever. Anyway, it does have an offline mode that can be activated after you've registered and everything. But yeah, this is why I normally don't do stuff.
Yeah, well, my thing with that is that, okay, what about people who do LAN-based gaming, or they like the Razer products, but maybe they don't have a stable internet connection all the time? Maybe they live in the middle of BFE and they can't use it. Like, how are they supposed to market that specific mouse or that product towards
Offline
that?
mode.
Well, with offline mode, by the sound of it, you have to actually sign up on their website and get that set up first before you can even use offline mode.
Here's an idea. Have just offline, period. Why online? It doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't, because for LAN-based games, I mean, what are they supposed to do?
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah. Feedback.
The feedback's actually creating music now.
I was going to say, Eddie's doing some epic dubstep beginnings over there. I was going to be like, yeah.
Awesome, middle of the podcast.
Okay. Anybody else has anything to say about mice before we move on to games?
Leave the, all I gotta say is leave the stuff.
Okay,
My thing with it is just, they should really just make it an optional thing where maybe it has special things or special features if it's synced up to that online cloud system. And if not, it's still fully functioning, can use the basic features, can use the features that it was intended to, but you get like kind of bonus content for syncing it up so that it's an incentive but not a requirement.
Ding, 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 ding. Wait, what?
Okay.
Really?
Then why'd you write it like that?
Jin's just deciding to confuse us.
Well, it doesn't matter because I will control Gonzakistan and I'll remake it in my image. Anyway, Mass Effect 3 is the next Mass Effect 3 is not going to be using the Unreal 3 engine. It's going to be switching to the Frostbite engine, and it's also going to be developed by the BioWare Montreal studio. And does anybody actually still care about Mass Effect at this point?
I got someone who's sitting on the couch that does.
Does anybody who matters still care about Mass Effect at this point?
No,
I liked the series. Like, I never played it, but I watched a lot of people actually play through it because it didn't have the right feel for me to want to play it. But it's the thing that they ended it right. Why continue? There are some series that just eventually need to come to an end.
Actually, they ended it wrong, but who's counting?
Okay, if they ended it wrong, they patched it up with the DLC.
300 times.
They're releasing another DLC because of the story being patched again already.
But it's the thing that they're correcting it, and they're trying to end it on a good note. But why even bother at this point? Because they've already announced they're going to do another game.
I think the point that we've been making for weeks at this point is as BioWare keeps on opening this wound and making another Mass Effect game when you had so much controversy over the last Mass Effect game might not be the best idea.
that seems like a great idea to me.
Shut up, we don't care. It sounds like a terrible idea.
Okay. But no, if there's controversy over a game, that's the reason you make a second game. Or then a game after that.
Not when it's because everyone is mad at you. If everyone's pissed off about the end of 3, why make another one when everyone's gonna be like, no, F you, we're not gonna buy this. We'll go out and buy Halo 7 down the line before we'll buy another Mass Effect. People have said that they'd rather buy a remake of an older game or a future game before they'd buy this Mass Effect one because of that. Because it's the whole thing, like, there are some people who have reserves about Gears of War Judgment coming out because Gears 3 was so bad. Because they had so many problems with the multiplayer that they didn't want to buy and get ready for this next one. Because it's like, I'll wait until someone else gets it and find out if it's actually worth my time.
What? Sorry, I was reading something else. Not to be rude or anything, but I'm getting prompted by everything. But no, it's the reason that you unveil another one. Yes, there are people that will say that they won't buy it. There are people who say that we won't buy it because of what happened. Because we didn't like the ending, we're not going to buy it. The thing is, most of those people are still going to buy it. Most people say that we'll buy the new one. The ones that don't will wait until the game's released, until it's been promoted as a good game, and then they'll buy it anyway. They're still going to be making money off the franchise.
Same could be said for Gears of War Judgment at this point. With the multiplayer and everything being as janked up as it was, you're going to have people who are going to wait and then buy, maybe rent from like Redbox or whatever. Like, okay, so it's not like the last time.
Well, see, my thing with the Gears of War adding that in is I played the multiplayer at PAX, and it was beautiful. It was everything that the multiplayer in 3 should have been, and then some. That's what sold me on it, is because I got to go to PAX and pre-play something like that. But otherwise, I was like, I think I'm going to wait till I hear what other people say, because it's like around that same time, BioShock Infinite's coming out, and I'm going to be buying that and just doing tons of time on that. I will waste weeks upon months on that game.
Issue is, though, not everyone is as, lucky as, Waldo, yourself, Cookies, and, everybody who was able to actually get there. So these people are having to see footage come from PAX and everywhere else like that. And
the other thing is you have to realize, though, it's not just select people that got to go, Eddie. There was like 50,000 people throughout the weekend who walked through there and played it.
That's 50,000 when you've got millions upon millions of people around the world who want to play this.
True, but it's the thing. I think Mass Effect will fare better with this whole adventure if they show it off at like PAX East. So I know that's like 4 or 5 months away now, so they have time to maybe get a playable demo of something or at least a video of it to show it off. Or if they can't do it by then, PAX Prime next September. I think they'd fare better with their fans if they actually had something we could see.
I would say, do they have a PAX in Australia? But I don't even, big into.
They do. They do have a PAX Australia. It was announced at PAX Prime, and then PAX Prime next year is going to be 4 days rather than 3. It's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Baller! Want to go to Down Under for PAX Australia?
If I had a passport, I'd totally go to PAX Australia.
If I had a passport, I would totally travel.
Get a passport, just get in a box. Have it shipped.
I am too fat to fit in a box.
Get a bigger box.
Smart ass logic. I can fit in so much freaking carry-on, for goodness sake. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
We'll take a private bomber copter.
So, speaking of news from the other side of the world, the 3DS is outselling the Vita 47-1 in Japan. It should probably be noted that there is a new Animal Crossing game, and that might be the reason why, because the Japanese are more likely to buy a new console for a single game. So, what does this mean, everybody?
I think it's just the general trend of things when it comes to new game releases, because there's lots of people with my job that during midnight releases for Call of Duty and for Halo, people were buying a specific console for it. A lot of people bought Xboxes just to play Halo, to get the new Halo. Like, they sold it after 3, heard Reach was terrible, according to some of their friends, so they didn't buy a new one. And once 4 was announced, they're like, oh man, this is going to be a lot better by the sounds of it. I'm going to get an Xbox back. So a lot of the gaming community kind of has that, sense of, when it comes to making purchasing decisions, they have that kind of sixth sense of being like, okay, this may be a really good game. Am I going to buy the console for it? It's like, I almost bought a Vita because Assassin's Creed Liberation is only on the Vita. And it's really tempting for me to do it. I don't have the funds, but it's really tempting for me to do that, especially because they come paired together in a bundle pack. So it really doesn't surprise me that Japan did that.
It's one of those things to where also you've also got Fire Emblem coming out, so that's going to be a system seller. If you're a fan of the old Luigi's Mansion, you have that also coming out. You have Paper Mario Sticker Star. And plus, they're also talking about Smash Brothers being compatible with the 3DS and other big game name titles like that. You're going to see people just start cranking it up. So, I still need to get my hands on Paper Mario Sticker Star as well as a few other games, but don't have the money right now, so I will wait to get my hands on those. I've already got my 3DS because of these games, so...
So yeah, that's just showing that a lot of people do buy the console to go with a specific game. Like, it is actually possible for people to do that.
And a PS3 for, like, Uncharted. That'll be my next biggest example would be a PlayStation 3 for fans of Uncharted. So...
I'm just waiting for the PS4 at this point.
Waiting for the PS6, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, so you never thought you'd hear this name? Beyonce is being sued by some game company. Jen is trying to block this one out because she backed out of her commitment to make superstar Beyonce. Yeah,
Nothing she can do.
yeah, I don't care really.
Well, the game's not coming out. 1-800-WHAT, woot, whatever, because it would be just another fucking shovelware title.
So here's the question: is the game company EA or Activision? That's all I have to ask.
Those are publishers, so those would be just.
My thing with it is that, okay, so what would it have been? Like another karaoke thing or another
Probably.
dance thing? So if it was going to be either of those, we already have a crap ton on the market. If she wanted to do something like that and do a karaoke thing or a dance thing and whatnot, get with an already established name like Just Dance or some of the Dance Masters, or I'm trying to think of Dance Central's another one. For karaoke, I know that they still have Karaoke Revolution that floats around here and there, or Sing It. Get with them and have them make like a track pack or a specific game with her music. Don't go with someone that you don't know. Don't go with, a developer or a publisher that's wanting to do this and do it later and end up with a company that's gonna suck, because I bet you anything that she backed out because it was a weird thing where it's like, oh, apparently they don't have any good games in the market.
Makes sense. Come on, Guitar Hero, like care package.
Well,
Not
it's the
Guitar
thing.
Hero, Rock
It's the
Band.
thing. I was gonna say, Guitar Hero and Rock Band, sadly, they flooded the market so fast with all those games,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling that Just Dance is headed the same way. That they're dead. Like at my job, we don't carry any of the instruments. We'll carry the games, but we won't take the instruments. The only way for you to get instruments is to go to a pawn shop or go online to like Amazon or eBay.
I don't blame it, because it's more along the lines of it's just grown to that. It was a gimmick kind of thing.
It was a fun gimmick, though. I love Rock Band.
I preferred being able to play Rock Band as well, because you would have to be like, oh, well, I want to play this song. Well, shit, I got to figure out which game disc it's on for Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Okay. Another piece of news before Idiot Corner. Sorry to pull this out on anybody who doesn't know what's going on. The Zynga CFO is leaving Zynga and going to work for Facebook. So
Wait. I thought they were one and the same, since Zynga is all over fricking Facebook.
no,
Like-
they're not.
I would assume that they were. I always assumed that they were, since all the games are frickin' Zynga, and all of them, in order to do anything with them, you eventually have to pay out money, and they're annoying as crap. I have blocked all games on Facebook because I'm tired of that bullshit. Just
Yeah,
saying.
I'm getting tired of people sending me things for fucking Farmville 2, Cityville 2. I had to go okay, how do I block this? Block. Okay.
Okay, it is really, really bad when my mother, who joined Facebook specifically to play the games, is like, Farmville's really annoying. Now they have your regular farm, and then they have the English farm, and then they have the Fairy Haven farm, and then they have this farm and this farm, and now there's a Farmville too. What's the point of all this shit? And it's like, exactly. I'm trying to decide and understand why anyone would buy into it at this point. It's ridiculous.
I feel your pain, because I know my mother is a Farmville player. So, but I don't think that goes along with it. But,
Meow.
So yeah, I was just saying, Zynga's chief financial officer, David Weiner, has, yeah, that's actually his name, has jumped ship from Zynga to basically be the vice president of corporate finance and business planning at Facebook, because Facebook trusts his corporate strategies, which at Zynga has been steal everything.
I'll be good. I'll be good.
So,
Yeah.
I'll be good.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'll be good.
Can I just say there's a reason why I like Twitter more than Facebook? Yeah. Okay, we're good.
Yep. Yay, Twitter.
well, Zynga hasn't really been doing too well, obviously because they can't, actually make their own stuff. So that probably explains a lot. So yeah, another Zynga employee has leapt ship. So, anyway, time for the idiot corner. So, as I said, Blizzard is in the idiot corner today, and it's being sued for their authentication process. You know, that one that's completely optional and free if you have a smartphone? Yeah. There's some allegations that that Blizzard does not try to protect the security of those who did not buy the $5 authentication keychain device. All I have to say is wah.
Excuse me one moment. I need to bust up hysterically for a second. Considering the smartphone application usable on any smartphone is free. It is free and stupidly easy to use. I use it all the time because I play crap out of Diablo 3. Like, are you freaking kidding me?
So now they're making you pay for something that was originally free.
No, you can buy a keychain authenticator. So
Okay.
you can have that, but I think it's like $5 for it in order to buy an authenticator, or you can have the free app on your smartphone.
I'll take the free app, please.
If you already have a smartphone, why not get the free app? Save yourself the time. It's the thing that Blizzard gave gamers the tools to protect their accounts, knowing that some gamers are stupid and think that a strong password is literally the word password, but the A is a 4.
Or the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is a legitimate thing.
No, you skip one of those. You do like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
And it's just like, you've got to be kidding me. You have to be the stupidest person in the world to be bitching about that. Because it's something you can prevent yourself. They give you the tools, but hey, sorry, this is going to make it safer, but we can't just hand out these keychains for free. We have to at least get the production cost back and maybe a little bit extra. So we're going to sell them to you, or you can get our free application if you have a smartphone.
I'm pretty sure these are probably the same people who are more along the lines of bitching that Hostess is going out of business because they're not going to be able to buy Twinkies anymore than worried about the people who are actually losing their fucking jobs.
My whole thought on the Twinkie business, Little Debbie is better. Hate me if you want. Little Debbie tastes better.
Little Debbie's are delicious, but that's another podcast.
Wait, are we going to have a Fat Kids podcast after this? Talk about Little Debbie and Twinkies and what tastes better?
It's the after podcast party, so now I'm expecting.
Damn it. Better buy the Twinkies then, monkey.
I don't want to get up.
Good luck finding Twinkies. I went out in town today. Every Hostess product at my local store completely sold out.
Okay, get this now. I also read this online, so this is going to be one of those little quick edited things. These are people who are idiots too. People were buying boxes of Twinkies on eBay for $60.
Yep. Yep. We have a Hostess place, Hostess outlet, where the expiration date is technically passed, so they can't be on store shelves. But at the outlet, they can sell them for the 7 days after that. There was a guy who showed up at opening and bought every single box of Twinkies that was in the store entirely because the store is closing down on Tuesday.
Why? It's just why? I understand that people think that the Twinkies are supposed to be able to last the apocalypse. Well, with the apocalypse 1 month away already, it's one of those, well, screw it, we're all gonna freaking go up anyway. By the way, I don't believe in the Mayan calendar thing. I'm
Neither
trying to
do
make,
I.
Yeah.
and fun as most of this entire fucking situation as I can.
You know what? If I'm going to go out, and on December 21st, I'd rather not be munching on Twinkie. I'd rather be having a zebra cake. Thank you very much.
I'd rather be having a Swiss cake roll. Mmm.
I'd rather be, well, no, better keep that thought to myself.
Oh, I was thinking that too, but I decided to keep it, politically correct over here.
Well, you couldn't.
Yeah, and Slendy will end the world. Slendy will totally end the world. Slenderman's going to kidnap us all.
Don't know too much about it with the games and stuff.
Everybody have $20 ready. As long as you pay him $20, he'll be fine.
Rats, I'm poor. So, I don't know whether this piece of news belongs in the idiot corner or not, because it is most likely a joke, but I decided I'd mention it because it came up about a week ago. For anybody who knows about Super Mario World Central.net, the main Super Mario World ROM hacking resource on the entire interwebs, there was a piece of news that was posted basically saying that it was going to be changed into a My Little Pony hacking resource. I would say it's a joke because, seriously, nothing's really changed much on the site. But why did I mention it? Because since then, absolutely nothing has happened on the site. They normally have some new hack that comes up every day or every other day because people are working on them. Nothing has happened. There has been no activity on the site whatsoever. So, like I said, it's very probably a joke, but seeing as how it's a big part of some of the gaming communities, I figured I'd give it a mention anyway. I'm also getting a quick text from Jen that says that the minions failed the critical thinking test this time, that we may end up being crucified in Gonzakistan. Well, try it, Jen. I now control the Gonzakistan. Bring it.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
I'm just a tourist in Gonzakistan, so I'm just gonna, quietly make my exit, and you guys have fun. Yeah.
Whatever the heck that place is. I'm just going to go get turkey.
I own all the Gonzakistan.
Watch out for the dumpster, dude.